In less than a year, my personal brand is going to be a 7-figure business. It is already a multiple 6-figure business, and that happened in a matter of months. Now, I'm going to teach you exactly what I do to manifest wealth easily. I use neuroscience, nervous system regulation, and energetics. This is what actually works. My name is Giselle Beaumay, and I have a background in applied neuroscience at the master's level. I get to work with brilliant women entrepreneurs every single day as I help them to open up to abundance by removing the blocks and the patterns that prevent it. Now, let's begin, because it is a truly majestic thing to be able to live as your truest self, simply existing in your life purpose and live abundantly at the same time. And you deserve the same in your own beautiful way, in the way that you want to create your life. But the common things that I hear often are the desire to have freedom of choice, financial security, living in your life purpose, feeling light, feeling calm, feeling peace, being able to travel where you want to travel, get the things that you want to get. Those are some of the things that I often will hear you tell me. And if this is true for you, comment below and just simply write, yes, that is me. And the thing is, you are not that different than who I was before. I wanted all of those things, and I was consuming all of the manifestation stuff, thinking that would work for me. It isn't enough. What I was experiencing was wins occasionally, but that list that I just gave you, all those techniques and all those videos, no, they did not create that for me. They did not create financial stability, freedom of choice, being able to travel, abundance, happiness, excitement, calm, peace, consistently and with deep, grounding confidence. That is mostly fluff. Mostly fluff. It's going to feel good, but we're not just going for feeling good. We want that, yes, but we also want it to be real in your reality, for you to finally be living your desires consistently and with that confidence. You have to apply neuroscience, because the brain of that truest self that you were meant to be is not the same brain that you have now. The nervous system of that self is not the same nervous system that you have now. So if those two are not changed, I can throw all kinds of manifestation techniques and methods, and they won't work consistently for you, because your wiring will take you right back. Your nervous system will take you right back. And that becomes a really frustrating cycle. None of those things were going to work for me because my brain was not coded for wealth consciousness. When I changed that, using everything that I learned in a master's level in applied neuroscience, that's where the results started to happen consistently and with confidence. So right now, simply as existing, I receive multiple 6-figures. In less than a year, it will be 7 figures. And here's exactly how. Take notes and make sure to listen to the last 2. They are very important and can make or break this whole thing. The first thing is this: my why. I believe that my impact, my life purpose is not any different than the energy of money. The energy of money for me is a very amplifying energy. In fact, that is what money does. Money amplifies who you are already. So by me existing as my truest self in my life purpose, that is amplified by the energy of money. And it is not any different than who I am. I and you, we are the energy of money. So therefore, it is all the same to me. The greater I am in my life purpose, the greater the energy of money becomes. It is exactly the same. It is not outside of me, just like my life purpose is not outside of me. It comes through me. Money is not outside of me. It is not something for me to go chase and hope and desperately desire. It is me. I am the energy of money. So when I am in my life purpose, I amplify the energy of money. When you believe this and when you really embody this, there is no one that can tell you otherwise. You are done with this whole chasing it, hoping for it, going after it. That is done. Instead, you realize it is through me. So as I align my brain, my body, my nervous system, my energetics to my life purpose, money energy amplifies. It is that simple. And so with that, I changed my identity. My identity was not one of abundance. My coding was one of, I always needed a savior. I couldn't do it on my own. It happened to other people. It didn't happen to me. There isn't enough. What would happen if I get too much of it? Can I hold it? Is it safe with me? Afraid that I would lose everything, no matter how much I had, that I would still lose it. That was my coding. And I had to be able to recognize that. Some of your coding, you will be able to see. You'll name it to me. But a lot of your coding is so integrated in autopilot in your brain that you can't see it. Part of the work that I do with the members of my mastermind is a 90-minute to 2-hour session where we uncover the coding that they had no idea was running in the background, dictating their reality. That's the first thing that we do in the mastermind, in the neurospiritual method. If it sounds like something that you want to be part of, because that's honestly only just the first step, and then we integrate you fully. Once we know your coding, we uncode it and integrate you fully into your wealth consciousness identity, so that you don't take yourself back doing it all by yourself, which often happens. You get a little bit ahead and you go back again. So in this process, you're mentored and guided and held so that you merge in your truest identity. You can simply apply to see if you qualify. It is not a beginner program. If you do not qualify, no worries. Come into the 14-day challenge so that you can start preparing to become the woman who can do that deep work that is in the Neurospiritual Method Mastermind. Now, how I changed my identity? Well, I recognized that in my old identity, my reticular activating system was filtering out all of the things that would actually bring me success and was focusing on all of the things that proved my old identity right. So I did the work of aligning my actions to my truest wealth consciousness identity, aligning my behavior to her, changing how I spoke to myself and to others about myself so that it aligned to that reality. I was very mindful of the thoughts that I was having, and I shifted those thoughts into new, more abundant, expansive thoughts over and over as much as I needed to, until the old neural pathways faded away and my new neural pathways aligned to that new identity. It was a process of repetition, consistency, and feeling the emotion of it. And over time, I locked it down. I locked it down with deep confidence. It was, again, the repetition, the consistency, and the emotion that changed that coding to rewrite it into who I am today. With that new identity, I stayed true to my true self. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm really clear on the kind of energetic environment that I create. I literally will remain true to who I really am. And that meant who I work with and who I will not work with. Realizing that for those who are not ready for this kind of work, I can offer them these videos or the 14-day challenge or the other many resources that are completely free and helpful within my free community. But I will invite and bring into my circle only those that are energetically aligned and ready to do this kind of deep transformational work. I aligned that true identity to all parts of my life, not just in the life purpose of what I do. And that is important, very important. Now, another way that I will be manifesting 7 figures as simply just existing as myself is my ability to focus. I am neurodivergent, so I've heard it all when it comes to I can't focus. Let's talk about that. One of the superpowers of most neurodivergent people is the fact that when we hone in on one thing, we go all in. We can actually hyper focus. So I had to learn to say no to distractions. Didn't matter how good the distractions sounded. I brought all my focus simply to how I can have the greatest impact, help the most people aligned to my life purpose in a way that was simple and easy. Literally had to say no to so many other things that came my way. I had to say no because they weren't aligned to my one purpose. And so in that way, I did hyperfocus. And so can you. You really can. It's just going through the discomfort of saying no. Okay, at first it's going to be uncomfortable to say no to what takes you away from the core focus that you have in your life purpose. And if you're not sure, by the way, what is your life purpose, come into the 14-day challenge that is completely free so that you can get more in tune to your body and to your intuition. Because your ability to stay focused, which trust me, if I am able to do it, so can you. It was just something I needed to learn to do. And to this day, I still do. I still say no to shiny objects so that I can stay hyper-focused. You have autonomy. You have self-mastery. You can do this. The last 2 things are going to make the biggest difference. So if you're still here, let me know, because these 2 things are going to make everything else stick. And this is the way, not just that I manifested multiple 6 figures in a very short period of time, but how I will also, in less than a year, be at 7 figures, holding it in my body. I had to take it off the pedestal. Every time that I would look at a figure as glorious, as big, as amazing to have, I had it on a pedestal. When it was on a pedestal, it was outside of me. It was something that I had to try to get. So I took it off the pedestal. To be honest, 7 figures is not that much money. And I know it might trigger you to hear that. And if it does, take it as a sign that it's time to look at your money story. 7 figures is not that much money. There was a time where I thought it was. I thought it was so much money. And then you know what though? My previous business did manifest 7 figures. It's simply through myself. It's not that much. Take it off the pedestal. Don't let it be greater than you are. So take it off the pedestal. That will make a significant difference in how quickly it comes into your life. And finally, you are not creative when you are doing. You create capacity for creativity and ideas when you're not doing. So be less productive, be more creative. Don't be like so many that I hear the story of that are working so hard to grow their business and it's not growing at the level of how hard they're working. Be less productive. It should be a real simple, easy business. It's not that complicated. The way that you allow for those creative ideas, those downloads, that inspiration is doing less. Success is really being able to have your time back. That is success. So the more you create space for that, the more you feel successful and the more creative you are, and the more your brain can observe and receive ideas, opportunities that will expand you, that will bring you closer to your reality. Those two things are non-negotiable. Being able to hold it in your body, in your nervous system, and creating capacity for creativity. Non-negotiable. Without those two, I would have never been able to manifest a multi-six-figure business in a very short period of time. Without those two, I wouldn't be able to, in less than a year, manifest a seven-figure business. So keep those in mind. You deserve everything you desire. I hope you took note. If not, rewatch it with a pen and paper. Write it down and start applying it. Because you are majestic. You're so much more powerful than you realize. And I cannot wait for you to realize it.